765, you're in. Talk to me.
Hello, Alberto. It's Mike D. Newton. I was a UK citizen, but I'm now an American citizen.
Yes, sir.
I had a stroke here.
Uh-huh.
I lost my house. I lost everything. My wife had an illness. She also lost everything, and she died. And I've been saying this. I just went back for 2 weeks to visit my mum in England, and because my father and my brother got cancer, right?
Yes, sir.
And died. His wife still has a house. The kids they put a medical plan in place to scan the kids because of genetically cancer. And all that stuff. Now, one of your people on the post is saying that the UK system is broke. No, it isn't. I have lots and lots of friends and lots of experience going there and visiting them, and the healthcare is excellent there. It's a fallacy. I don't know where this idiot is getting his facts from. Here in the States, I live in Indiana, it is the worst medical place. They won't talk to you unless you've got money. It's ridiculous. The first thing that happened after my stroke is a guy walked in, and I had insurance. A guy walked in to work out the finances of me. I couldn't speak. It's ridiculous. Also, when I had my stroke, the drug that they can inject in you to reverse it, they didn't give it to me because they reckoned I was drunk. So I still have these deficits now. So when people say that the U.S. system is better and the U.K. was broke, they are full of it. I know for a fact. We've got to get single payer here. We've just got to do it. You're on the right track, mate.
Okay, Michael, let me tell you something, because I'm glad that you come on, because there are two conservatives in the room. They are representative of an ideology. I consider these guys friends. They're not bad guys.
Where the hell are they getting their facts?
That's where I was about to tell you now. There are two kinds of people, right? There are people who would look at numbers and formulas. In other words, I'm an engineer by training. I understand very well numbers. It is an irrefutable fact that single payer is more efficient, period. There's absolutely no way you can have insurance companies competing among each other, having all those expenses and bastardizing the insurance pool, the entire sick pool, and somehow be more efficient than just having one insurance company looking at the entire country as one risk pool. It is impossible for that not to be the case. Now, secondly, the reason why these guys are the way they are is we have institutes in this country that got started when Lewis Powell created this thing named the Powell Manifesto, which realized that liberalism, as people got more liberal, they got more intelligent. As they got more intelligent, they realized that, yes, you don't need a whole lot of insurance companies. You need one if you're talking about things like healthcare. And they didn't want that to happen because in the chaos that we have in our medical industry is where profits are made. You make profits where there is chaos. Ledo and Cizak, the reason that they are still misled is we have a derelict press. In other words, if our press went to England, if our press went to Canada, if our press went to Taiwan, if they went to France, Germany, and all these other places, they would see the medical system in action, and then they would be able to show Americans what it's like. There's no person in England or these other places of average stature that would change their system to look like the American system. None. And you know what is the funny thing about it? The only way you can determine if something is successful is the outcome. And the outcome in America is much worse than the outcome in Canada, in England, and all these other countries. So these guys are fighting against numbers, and they're fighting against numbers simply because of ideology.
You know, I'm coming from a real practical. I'm not like reading this stuff. It's my own experience. My sister has cancer, and she lives in France. Same thing. All medical costs covered. She hasn't lost her house. She's great life.
You know, it is funny
Most of my friends, because I'm in the 50 to 60 range where we're getting unhealthy, we're getting diseases. So all of my friends back in England are all getting sort of ill, and they never think, can I afford this? That never enters their head.
Look, Michael, the definition of having a society, the definition of having a society is to ensure that things are better than if we had to do things alone. And what these guys prefer is for you to do things alone. Then go ahead and be as non-societal as you want to be. But here's the reality. You have a true life experience. I have a true life experience with a wife who has lupus. A lot of people have true life experience, and yet what's interesting is most of them come around only when they've had that experience that could bankrupt them. and then they come around. They just ideologically refuse to accept it. Thank you so kindly.
Thanks very much, Roberto.
Thank you so kindly for calling in, Michael. Your experience and what you've gone through is extremely important for other Americans to hear.